brethren, I'm back with another video. I'm working from home today, so you already know what it is. I just literally uploaded a video today. Make sure that you go check that out and, click on my videos uploaded. So check that out. So listen, I just wanted to come and chit chat real quick while I'm working. And yeah, I just want to pick your brain and see what y'all feel about the latest happenings with Ice Spice being exposed by one of her old friends. And it appears that she was talking down on Nicki, saying certain things like, not talking down on her, but expressing an opinion, right? Now, you already know how I feel about certain things. We don't know the inner workings of everything, but one thing I do know is that people got to be careful how they talk about people. You got to be careful how you talk about people. Now, I want to say this, and when I say this, I think I have the right to say this, and I'm not saying it in a beefing way or anything, but you have to realize this. Look at my channel, right? Look at my channel. Now, on my channel, I have 40,000 subscribers. My reach is obviously lower than somebody like Armand's, right? And this is no beef. I'm not trying to be funny. That's the same day, and it's just like I watch a lot of these content creators to see like certain things that they say, and I'm just being open and I'm being honest, and I'm not mad about it. But what I don't like is that I seen him on Twitter and he was like had a video and he was circling 8 months ago. That same video that you did on that day, I did a video earlier that day within like an hour or two before that, and I was talking about it, and then he suddenly went live and was talking about beef and tension between Ice Spice. And as a smaller content creator, you constantly feel stifled by these bigger platforms who either take your commentary and they remix it and they say like the same thing that you're saying. And I feel like it's unfair because then you get to run along like, oh, I'm always right. I'm right. No, I've been tied that conversation. I've been talking about it. But when you a smaller platform, you don't ever get the notoriety for it for what you do bring forth. And I've always had that type of issue because it'd be the bigger platforms who make it seem like they're not watching, but they really are. There's no way that you could say the same exact thing, or you just all of a sudden came to and it was just like the same day that he did that video, because I watched this video. You didn't say anything that was like exact, or you didn't bring this situation up like, oh, there's a text message. Now I would say, okay, maybe you had some tea that was over mine because you brought a different angle to it. All it was just a conversation. It was like, damn, sometimes, but you have to realize, and then I kind of like bring myself back because I know that this is commentary world. People be bored. And if there's no topic going on and they can't create a topic, they're going to see what is being spoke about, if it makes sense, and they're going to run with it. Again, it's no beef like that because I respect Armand. I think that he's done a great job with his platform, but I notice it's not just with him. I don't like when people take other people's commentary and they remix it, or the topics. It's like, damn, create your own stuff. So, and then it's just like, there's a part, and I have to be honest, there is a part of a delusion to it. Like, I'm always right. It's like people are constantly like, I'm always right. And I said this and I did this or whatever. It's just not fair, especially when you're a smaller channel and you don't get that. You don't get the type of reach like say a bigger channel, right? It's not fair because it's like we be on ground level doing, and I'm not the only one, but it's like we be on ground level doing the work, and it's just like people would try to overlook you. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't. And sometimes I feel like Armand do that to me because it's like the way that I started my channel, but I already apologized to him for that. Like, that was years ago. Like, I apologized to him, but it's like, I don't like the way that people do that work. Well, what I was trying to say was I feel like he does that to me as kind of like a dig to kind of be like what I did in the past, but that was like in 2019. I don't know if he still lives there. I'm not saying that that's a fact, but it's just like I feel like he blatantly does that to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, that's how I personally feel. But anyway, let's talk about this situation with Ice Spice and Nicki. I called it out months ago. So if he had a video circled 8 months ago, I did a video on the same day before he posted his video. And I spoke about this and I said something is definitely going on. Now, me, the reason why I knew something was going on is because the way that things was just happening, like the milestones for Barbie World would be going up, and I would notice that Ice Spice would be posting it and she wouldn't tag Nicki. I was noticing Nicki would post it and she wouldn't tag Ice Spice. And then y'all remember at the Barbie World, I don't know if it was it at the premiere when Nicki was talking about the song and she was like the producer reached out to her and it was just no mention of Ice Spice at all. I say, yeah, something is not right. Like, why they not mentioning each other, right? And that was also around the time that I think it was announced that was that before? When was Doja Cat's tour announced? I would have to Google that to figure out if that was around the same time. But I definitely knew something was wrong then, and people was coming under my channel saying you're starting trouble, you're doing this. No, you know, different people just have different. Listen, some people talk about stuff as they happen when news comes out, and they just talk about the happenings, and some people actually spearhead conversation. I've always done that. I've always been like that. I don't care if my videos get 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 views. I know for a fact that, listen, you could feel the way that you want to feel because I'm a smaller channel, but this is like the people pick through and people pick through, and just because it might be 5,000 views, you don't know who's in those views. You don't know who's listening. Trust me, they may make it seem like they not listening, but they are. They are. They are, because the way that I think is respected, and it's been told to me over and over and over again. You know, sometimes it's just like we don't want to make it seem like it's like I don't like to talk like this all the time because people think like, oh, you feeling yourself. No, I'm not feeling myself. I know what I bring forth. I know what I bring forth. I know the conversation that I spearhead. I know the different angles that I hit. I know that. I know that. I'm aware of it. But yeah. So listen, so that was going on back then, and I just felt the energy switch up, and especially when that tour was announced, I said, "What did Doja Cat do to even support Ice Spice like that?" Now she might have a song with her on this upcoming project, but you wasn't out there. You didn't like boost her up as a new artist or anything like that. You know, whatever, right? And there was a part in the message where Ice Spice said that Nicki was ungrateful and she called her delusional, right? She was saying that she was delusional like her mom or something like that, right? I feel like that was wrong. And what I feel like personally is that, you know, and we spoke about this before, we said like Nicki, she should have had that paperwork done before she did anything with Ice Spice, because I'm pretty sure Nicki knows what her cosign. I'm sorry, my work computer is so loud. I can't wait to be done and unplug this shit. It does that like, you know, randomly. But listen, what I think is that Nikki understands her power and what she brings forth, and like as far as being associated, right? She knows what that does. And what I believe is that maybe, you know, she got on the Princess Diana record, and then, you know, she wanted to do a partnership or whatever, and for whatever reason we seen that James was speaking to G, her old manager, and whatever opinions that they formed or whatever, they wasn't trying to rock with Nikki based off of, I don't know, I felt like the messages were missing context, so I couldn't really fully say what she was saying Nikki was being unreasonable about or whatever. What do y'all think that was that she was saying Nikki was being unreasonable about? I don't know what that was about. um but I do know that it seems like that friend is getting a joy out of exposing. She's getting a joy out of exposing the conversation. My whole thing is, why did she expose that last week? Was she just waiting? Why didn't she expose that last week? Who knows? Bilateral procedure performed during the. See, she didn't even leave no notes on this. Yeah, give me a second. Let me check something real quick. But yeah, so I feel like it looks messy. This is what I'm going to tell you, right? And I don't know why a person like that would even talk in text message. People are trying to expose you all the time. I don't get why they do that. I don't get why they do that. Anything that I say to a person, even as a smaller content creator, if I ever speak to you in your inbox, I know what I'm saying. Like, you know, I know what I'm saying and I know what I won't do, you know. But some people, it's just like Ice Spice. It's like for all of the artists, whoever finds this video and listen to it, or even if you're a friend of a person, right? When you say something verbally, unless a person is recording you, is hearsay. When you say it in a message or in a DM or anything like that, you know that they gonna run it on you. You already know that they are. So I don't even know, why would you even speak to a person like that and then you fall out with them? See, first and foremost, let me tell you this: I'm not creating no relationship with a person. If I said something and we ain't friends no more, you can say whatever you want to say. Because at the end of the day, you ain't my mother, you ain't my father, you ain't bring me in this world, and you damn sure can't take me out. Like, you know what I'm saying? People be scared. Like, I don't understand what all the scary business is about. Like, I, but anyway, maybe Ice Spice wasn't scared. Maybe she really don't care about Nikki like that. See, I thought that she respected Nikki. Let me ask this kid a question. I thought that she respected Nikki, but after reading those messages, and she was like, but listen, this, so can I ask y'all this? Do you think that this is valid? If this is really her messages, she said that Barbie brought the collaboration to her where they wanted her to be on the soundtrack, and she wanted to include Nicki on it because it was her brand. Do you think that that could have some validity to it? Because if you think about it, right? Riot did produce the beat. So I think that that can have an ounce of truth to it, right? But still, you didn't have to talk about Nicki like that. I mean, of course you're gonna put Nicki on the record. It's her brand, and you have already had a song with her. So it's like it would have been smart for you to do that to create a moment out of it. But still, you can still be mismanaging. And I'm pretty sure there's bits and pieces to the story that we don't know about. Antonio, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Antonio is modifier 50 covered. All right, so let me see. That's true. They both said before these messages were leaked. I don't believe that. I mean, Bobby, why wouldn't you believe it if Riot produced it? Nikki said that she didn't have an artist who brung a beat or whatever. She didn't have a producer who brung. Listen, I'm not saying what I'm trying to say is like, even if the idea was presented to Ice Spice because she's a fresh new girl or whatever the case may be, I would hope that they would that. But see, that's Atlantic Records too. I would hope that being that it's Barbie related, that they would want Nikki on it, especially the impact that she's made with the brand. But my whole thing is why was Riot a part of it? Nikki has a huge network. It's like I'm pretty sure she could have found a producer to make it and make that beat like, a certain way. But maybe being that Ice Spice does the drill and all of that, maybe that's why they decided on I'm just trying to figure out why was he in the picture of it at all, because like this is Nikki, that's her producer. You understand what I'm saying? It's her producer. So when I say it's her producer, that sounds like maybe it was presented to her first. I don't know, it's all speculation. Let's see, give me a second, let me ask her a question at the same time. Yep. So either way, I don't feel like she should have been talking about. I don't think she should have been talking about Nikki in a text message with a person. Like, nah, because that could get hella messy. That could just get messy, especially on a business level when you have a business relationship with a person. And so all this time, right before the VMAs came, with the energy that we was noticing with Ice Spice and Nikki, that's when I started to say, I hope Nikki don't bring Ice Spice on stage for the VMAs. And people were saying I was being messy for that too. I said, I don't know. I said, I just want Nikki to have that moment for herself. I don't want her to bring her up there. She going on tour with Doja Cat. Nikki is just doing too much. Like, let her have her moment for herself. And she didn't bring her up there. It was all about Nikki. It was all about, herself. And then some people could have looked at it, because then an ounce of me would think for a second, like, is Nikki being selfish? And I'm like, hell no. This girl going on tour with Doja Cat. Doja did nothing in regards to boosting her career, nothing like that. Yes, it is covered. It can even double. So why wasn't this covered then? Y'all motherfuckers is making me sick. So yeah, let me address this. Claims examiner. Let them know that they didn't process this correctly, so they need to get this redone. Let's see. All right. Let me delete that message I sent her. See, I be working double time because people, sometimes you send them a message, they won't see it. I be sending two people a message at the same time because I need to get this done fast. Yeah. So listen, Mark Ronson said Barbie World always wanted Nikki. Why Ice couldn't carry the song by herself, right? And beautiful. The thing that I'm saying is that that's where I believe that she pandered to, not pandering though, because Barbie is Nikki Brand. Let me just say this to you, right? Because I'm logical. I don't care how anybody in this chat feels. If I had a song already with Nikki, Princess Diana, and I got approached for the Barbie soundtrack, I'm not saying that it's true. I'm just introducing the thought to you. I got addressed for the Barbie soundtrack, and it's just like they didn't present the song to me with Nikki. I'm like, well, I just did a song with Nikki. Hey, Nikki, do you want to be on this Barbie world, or whatever with me the case may be? I already got a relationship to her. See, the thing about it is, I don't want to be so delusional like some people that the thought is far-fetched. We don't fucking know. We don't know. Like, we don't know. We don't know that. So Nikki even said, didn't Nikki say on the red carpet that Riot brung the beat to her, that she loved that it was still hood, and it wasn't just like popcorny or whatever the case may be? Use your mind, please. Take the stand cap off. Take it off. This is why I do videos on topics sometimes where I only get 300 views, because I just need a release sometimes. Because some of y'all act like y'all can't even think outside the box for a second. Think. That doesn't mean that Nicki is a bad person because Atlantic Records isn't this Atlantic Records? Atlantic Records came to Ice Spice and said, "Hey, we want you to do the project." You make it seem like it's far out of reach that she can't reach out to Nicki and be like, "Hey, I got the Barbie world or whatever. I want you on the song." That's very possible. It is possible. It is. Ah, you know what? I'm out.